Can I tell you about the time that Jesus showed up in the biscuit section at Food Line? Welcome to day 14 of our 21 days together in the book of John. And today we're in John chapter 14. And I just want to talk about that one verse in John chapter 14 when Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Let me tell you, in my life, I have experienced this. I really needed some direction. I didn't know the way. I didn't know the truth. And I didn't know life. Even though I was searching for it, I was trying to find it in everything. And then one day, when I found Jesus, I actually found the way, the truth, and the life. 3 in 1. It was incredible. But you know, my brother and I used to work at Food Line. And we worked around this guy who was on drugs, who had all kinds of issues, all sorts of them. And, you know, we did everything we could just to be friends with the guy. We didn't preach any sermons at him. We didn't tell him what he was doing wrong. We didn't do any of those things. We simply loved him just the way that he is. And we committed together, along with a few other guys, to pray for him that he would find the way, the truth, and the life. You know, it's interesting. A lot of times we don't realize that the greatest sermon that we preach is actually with our lifestyle. It's greater than anything else that we could ever say. And all that being said, over the course of a few years of working together, he comes to my brother one day in front of the biscuit section, because my brother was the dairy guy and he was in charge of everything: milk, biscuit, egg, cheese, all that stuff. And he comes to my brother in front of the biscuit section. He says, listen, he's in tears. I don't know what it is that you've got, but I want whatever it is that you've got. Can you help me? And he come to know Christ right there in the biscuit section at Food Line. Listen, you don't have to be in a church. You don't have to be at an altar. You can be wherever, because God will show up in any place possible, because God is pursuing you. And he was also pursuing that guy that worked with us. And you know, after he come to know Christ, he began to find fulfillment, because he had been looking for those things. He had been looking for the way, the truth, and the life, because it was in him to look for them. The problem is he got off and was looking for them in drugs, looking for them in relationships, looking for them in the bottom of a bottle. But the only place you can find those things is in Jesus. And he found that in front of the biscuit section at Food Line. Now listen, I don't know who got biscuits out of that section after that, but I do believe that would have been the best and holiest tasting biscuits that you could ever put your mouth on. I thank God that he meets us where we are. And I thank God that he doesn't leave us the way that he found us. And I thank God that it doesn't have to be in a building, and it doesn't have to be in an altar, that it can be in front of a biscuit section at Food Line, because he is the way, the truth, and the life. Love you guys.